All right, so we're doing volumes of pyramids and cones today. Second to last section. So let's pay attention. Yeah, that kind of rhymed. Anyway, let's move right along. All right, so your objectives will be to find the volumes of pyramids, find the volumes of cones, and that's it. So let's start off with the volume of a pyramid. So now, when we did areas of triangles, we found that when they were inscribed in a rectangle, they were basically half of the area of the rectangle. So it would make sense that the volume of a triangle would be half the volume of a prism with the same height and base. However, that would be wrong. Okay, so if we put our prism around it like that, the volume of a pyramid is actually 1/3. Okay, so that's important. It's going to be a running theme here. 1/3 of the volume of a prism with the same base and height. That's also important. It has to have the same base and height. All right, so that leads us to Theorem 119, which states that the volume of a pyramid is equal to 1/3 of the product of the height and the area of the base. So we can write that as volume of the pyramid is 1/3 base times height, area of the base, okay, where B is the area of the base and H is the height. So let's take a look at an example. So we need to find the volume of the square pyramid with the given slant height. All right, so what are we going to do with this? We'll start off, it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle because they gave us that angle there, okay? So the leg opposite the 30-degree angle is 9, because remember, with the 30, 60, 90, this would be x, this would be 2x, and this would be x root 3. Okay, the opposite the 60, that's going to be important in a minute. But for now, this tells us that that's 9. And remember, if this is 9, then this side here is also going to be 18. And then the height, brings us back to this one, would be 9 root 3. So the other important thing to note is it said it's a square pyramid. So if one side is 18, okay, so each side is 18 because it's a square. So we do 18 squared, which is 324, so that takes care of the area of the base part. And then the height is 9 root 3. And since it's a pyramid, it's 1/3 the product of those two. So 1/3 of 324 times 9 root 3 is 972 root 3. Easy enough. All right, now let's move on to volume of a cone. So since a cone and a pyramid are similar objects, their formula for finding the volumes of cones are similar. So that's Theorem 120. The volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 of the product of the height and the area of the base. So by reading the theorem, it's pretty much identical because it's 1/3 area of the base times the height. The only difference is area of the base for a cone you find by doing pi r squared because it's a circle. All right, so B is area of the base, H is the height, and R is the radius of the base. So let's take a look at this example. The cone and the cylinder below have the same height and the same base. So the volume of the cylinder is 342. So this right here, that's 342. Find the volume of the cone. This is actually really, really easy. Okay, the area of a cone is 1/3 the area of a cylinder with the same height and base, which it says they do. And it already gives you the area of the cylinder. So we can just do 1/3 of 342, which is 114. Told you that was easy. So that's the second example. All right. Nice short video. And the last video is coming up next. Last video of the year. That makes me sad. All right. So get studying, guys. You got finals coming up.